What's going on, everyone? This is Kevin from Kevin Builds, and today we are going to be launching OpenClaw on 3 new Mac Minis. I've got one over here, so I'm going to be going over how to use those dongles, how to set everything up, so let's get right into it. All right, everyone, so we are on the computer now. We have set up all of the Mac Minis. What I'm going to be doing is, number one, answering the question as to why I got 4 Mac Minis to run OpenClaw. And then number two, we're going to be walking through some of the basic setup, because all of these 3 Mac Minis, this 1, 2, 3 over here, these were all set up off completely new setups, so I'm going to be walking you through exactly what I did to get to this stage, because there were a couple steps. But the first thing I want to address is, why I got 4 of these. So I was using OpenClaw on 1 Mac Mini, and it was going great. It was awesome. It was doing my video editing for me. If you guys saw my other video where I got millions of views using OpenClaw, I had my main Mac Mini with OpenClaw. It was set up on the video editing, the production system. So we generate those videos, use my B-roll, generates a voiceover, does the scripting and recording, does everything for me. It does all the research, what's going to go viral, and it's been working. We've got about 4 million views in the last month across all my platforms, so it's been going good. Right now, what we're going to be doing is, let me go ahead and explain the first thing that I did. Once you're inside your Mac Mini, you're going to set it up from complete scratch. It's going to have Safari on there. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to download Chrome, log into Chrome, and sign in with a dummy email. Do not use your personal information on OpenClaw. That is a security nightmare. You don't want to give it access to anything personal, so create a burner email. And then if you're doing multiple, sign into that burner email. But if you're just on one, sign into that one. Then once you're in on Chrome, you're going to want to go to this website called Jump Desktop. This is how I'm able to stream it. Right now, I'm on my MacBook Pro, and you can see I'm streaming all 4 of my Mac Minis right now. To get a license on here, you want to go to the App Store on your Mac and buy Jump Desktop. It's going to be about $35, but it's not on a monthly, it's just a one-time. So you buy it on there, and then you're able to connect. As soon as you do that, you're going to go to Jump Desktop, the website over here. You're going to go to Downloads on the top right. Then you're going to select this one on the right. Now, when you select this one, you're going to download Jump Desktop onto your device. It's going to prompt you for the installation, add in some permissions. As soon as you do that, you're going to be able to stream it. And I did this for all 3 of them over here. Now, what we're going to do right now is we're going to actually open up the terminal for all of this. So let me go ahead, copy this. We're going to go to the OpenClaw website, copy this over here. Then on Spotlight, we're going to go to Terminal, open up Terminal, and we're just going to leave this right here. The other thing I need to mention is once you do the Jump Desktop, you're going to go on Spotlight, search up Screen, Lock Screen, and you need to do this so your Mac Mini never turns off. So what you have to do is you have to make sure this is set to never. This is set to never. It's going to ask you to put in your password. Just do that. Go to Energy and then make sure you turn this on over here because we never want the Mac Minis turning off. And if you saw in the beginning of the video, you saw those little HDMI adapters. You're going to want to go to Amazon and search up dummy HDMI adapter. I got one of these, whichever one of these really works. I got a 4K 120 hertz one. Just order these, and I've got about 4 of them, all on my Mac Minis. That way I don't have to plug it into any kind of monitor, and they always stay on. So this is how you're able to always be able to get into the Mac Minis from wherever you're at. I just have Jump Desktop on my main MacBook Pro. I'm able to go in and stream it, as you can see over here. But yeah, once you do the screen lock and everything like that, now it comes to the part where we have to go ahead and install this. So we're going to be installing it on all of them, and we're also going to be touching on OpenRouter as well. This is OpenRouter over here. We're going to be touching on this a little bit later when we're hooking up OpenClaw. But for now, let's go ahead and run everything over here. So let me just go ahead, make sure terminal's open on everything. Now again, if you're following along, you're not going to have to do this on 3 machines. I'm just going to be setting everything up from scratch on all of these. So now that we've got this opened up over here, we're just going to copy this over here. This is how you get started. And usually what I found whenever I'm setting this up, I have to put in sudo before. That way it'll actually go in. You're just going to put in your password. And then it'll go ahead and start installing Homebrew and start installing OpenClaw on all your machines. So this usually takes about 10 minutes to do, or 10 minutes for it to install everything. Yeah, no, it's not really that difficult. You just got to install it. It's, not complicated. You just let it run, and then I'll tell you what to do once you get to the next stage. Because it's going to ask you a question. You got to make sure that you do not select no. Because I did have a problem one time. I was trying to speed run it. I selected no, and I just had to go back and forth with ChatGPT. Like, how do I go back to the setup? How do I restart the setup and everything like that? So I'll let you know once we're there. But this is going to be running right now. I'm going to go ahead and pause this over here. It's going to take about 10 minutes at the most. It could take 5, but we're going to pause. And then once we get to the next stage, I'll let you know. All right. So one of these did finish down here. So it's going to ask you for your password. I'm gonna put it over here and then wait for the other ones. Alright, so we're finally back. So that took some time. It probably took like 10 minutes for it to finish up. At least on all these other machines. So this is the question that I was talking about a little bit earlier. You have to make sure you select yes on all of these, or just in your screen, just yes on the first one. If you click no, then you're gonna have to go figure out how to get back into the setup. But I just recommend on this question over here, click the left arrow on your keyboard, click yes, and then continue. So that's what we're gonna do right now. And then on this next question, yeah, just do quick start. This is where you're going to select your model over here. Now, like I mentioned earlier in the video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using OpenRouter. So you guys want to create an account over here, it's free to create. What you're going to do is as soon as you're logged in, you're just going to go to credits over here. This is where you're going to be selecting your model. So you're going to go to API keys and you're going to create one over here. Now, I'm not going to create one right here just because I've already got my API keys on another account. But it's pretty simple. You just click create, you name it, and then it'll give you a key. You copy that key and you save it somewhere secure. You don't just save it anywhere on your computer. You got to make sure it's password protected and only you can access it over there. What we're going to do over here is we're going to go look for OpenRouter, select OpenRouter, paste the API key. And for obvious reasons, I'm not going to show you the key that I created over here. So I'm just going to select this on all of these and then I'll get back to you once I finish it up. So I just pasted the API key into all of them. Now what I'm going to be doing for the models, I'm going to be selecting 4.6 for all of them. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this can get pretty expensive, but I'm just going to do 4.6 for the onboarding. If you're just using one Mac Mini, I'd still recommend 4.6. I don't use Opus. I know a lot of people do, but Opus is just way too expensive. So I usually use Sonnet. And on these machines, I'm going to use Sonnet for the onboarding. Then once we have everything good to go, it's trained on all my skills, we'll just switch it over to something like Haiku or Gemini Flash. Over here, when you set up your channels, you want to do Telegram. I'd recommend doing Telegram. It's just, it's awesome. I use it all the time. You can do threads on there. It's pretty cool. For the Telegram bot API setup, it is pretty easy to do. Just make sure you have Telegram downloaded on your phone. You sign in. You're going to create a new chat and you're going to @ the @ over here that says botfather. So you're just going to @ botfather. You're going to do /new bot. It's going to ask you what kind of name do you want for the bot. Just put a name for the bot. It's going to ask you for a username. Put in the username with the _bot. Then it's going to give you your key that you can paste in over here. I've already done this, so I'm just going to paste in the key and then we'll move on to the next step. Search provider over here, I'm just going to skip this. I'll just do this later. Skills as well, I'm also going to configure this later. Now, I should mention this. If you guys do want to join the school group to get these skills, if you guys saw my other video about how we got millions of views and everything, we've got that skill built out. So if you just want to implement it, save yourself thousands of dollars in API credits trying to figure out how to build it yourself, we've got it so where you could just implement it, get the video system, and you can save yourself a lot of money. On this step, you can just click skip. Skip this too. Then when we get this question over here, where do you want to hatch your bot? We're just going to click Open Web UI. It's going to go and load us in over here. And this is where you can go and talk with your bot. You can talk with it locally over here, or you can just go to Telegram and talk with it over there. Now, I'm not going to show the Telegram part just because you got to do the pairing code sometimes. And then just load that in over here. You can just give your pairing code over here to chat and then it'll configure Telegram. And then from there, you're just able to talk with your bot. So that's pretty much how to set up OpenClaw on your Mac Mini. If you guys do want to join the group, I'll leave a link down below. You can get all the skills over there, learn a little bit more about OpenClaw from someone that actually uses it for real business purposes. I don't just use it to check emails. I don't even have the email skill set up. I don't believe in some of those crappy features on there. I use it to do real work, automate specific tasks in my agency so I don't have to hire virtual assistants on Upwork, deal with people who have to go to sleep, have to eat, are slow, sometimes just don't get the job done right the first time. I like to build systems where I can control the business and control the output. So if you guys want to learn more or you guys want to join the group, get in touch. The link's going to be down below. Hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you on the next one.